Hey Aries, your September tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor. Welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. Your theme is desire, which tells you it's the time to get clear on what it is that you desire. Focus on it, aim, and then go after it, which probably sounds way simpler than it actually is. And so I have pulled 3 clarifiers to expand on it. First, you have the 10 of Wands in reverse. This indicates a desire to slow down or to find a way towards fewer responsibilities, projects, cares, commitments. So that's what this means as it's a desire. But for advice on closing in on your desire, you might have to cut out some distractions and to lighten your load. This could mean bowing out of something to reclaim some of your energy, or just saying no to something. Oh, wait, okay, I see now. This is about being discerning and not just saying yes to everything and then throwing your net so wide. You have to narrow it down to something specific, and every opportunity has to go through your filter of, does this or does this not get me closer to my goal? Now next you have the 3 of Cups. As a desire, it means more fun, more time with friends and loved ones, more time to party and enjoy lighthearted togetherness. It's a desire for true belonging. It says, as advice, let your friends help you. Don't think too hard about it. And also, you are supported in the pursuit of your desire. Finally, you have the King of Cups reversed. So there's either a desire for or a need for some kind of emotional healing or rejuvenation. This card generally represents someone who is ruled by emotions they struggle to regulate, and it also represents repressed or suppressed emotions. Either way, there's a need to restore balance because emotions provide vital information we need to be able to safely interface with that. So what emotions have you been denying, or rather, have you been suppressing emotions for the sake of suppressing a desire that you've deemed unworthy? Or rather, yourself unworthy of receiving? And if it's not that, and you're someone who gets into law of attraction stuff, they say, or so I've heard, that you have to feel as though you already have the thing, that emotions are part of that. So don't hold them back if that's something that resonates. Okay, getting into your week-to-week forecast. Week 1, you have the King of Pentacles. So I'm going to jump to your bonus message here because it ties in with this. It says, tend to the fragile, which is calling you into nature, close to the ground, the dirt, the quiet of the outdoors, to connect with the earth and anchor yourself and feel physical contact with something grounding, and then tune in to how your soul speaks to you to communicate needs and desires when the physical world is finally quiet. Finally, your friend, your mother. Focus on your home, whether you interpret that as the space you live in, your body as your home, or your definition of security. This is clearing or healing your root chakra so you can focus on what you want out of life beyond just survival. Week 2, you have the 3 of Wands. This is a very watchful and observant energy. It's as though you've made a wish and now you're seeking glimpses of it coming true. And you're also asking what's next. The big thing I'm getting this with this one though is what you are seeking is seeking you. Now, week 3, you have the 4 of Cups. So it's almost like if the expectations you have in this 3 of Wands energy in that second week aren't met, you might write it off as not coming and feel a little bit defeated or disappointed. And when you stop watching the pot to boil, that's when evidence peeps its head in your periphery and you can miss it. Essentially, this looks like disappointment coming from specific expectations not being met and the thing actually being in your vicinity, but not where you're looking, or not looking like the image that you had held. Now, week 4, you have the 4 of Wands. This marks a time for celebration, with or without any specific occasion. Sometimes this means culturally shared celebrations like holidays. Sometimes it's just personal ones that we create for ourselves to slow life down, to punctuate it, to make paragraphs out of it so that it doesn't all run together in one big mass block of time. The 4 of Wands can mark a liminal patch of time, a transition that deserves attention and reverence, a moment of silence, or a huge bash, whichever one. That will be different for everybody. But the point is, it's a time to take photos because it's a significant portal or changeover in your life story, and you're going to want to be present for it. Okay, for career and finance, you have the Hanged Man and the Emperor. Now, before I go into the self-employed versus the not for everyone, you have 2 major arcana, which means this is no ordinary month, and you are surrounded by cosmic support during this major plot point in your story arc. So for the self-employed, your big power move this month comes from staying above the fray and not making a play. Frantic or ego-driven, fear-driven action could show weakness right now, and displaying confidence and repose looks powerful. There could be some kind of kerfuffle, and when it all settles, those involved look bad, and your brand will be conspicuously absent as having had the intelligence and the self-assured gravity not to engage. Now, if you're employed in an organization, this could imply a situation that you can't control, but how you comport and conduct yourself it displays power. Your power and self-governance makes you shine as a leader, even if you aren't actually in a leadership position. So if bosses see you as one, eventually you will be elevated. And they're saying essentially to stay above it all right now, to keep your eyes on your goals, what you want in the long term, and keep your hands clean on this one. Don't get me wrong, this is not a passive energy. This is a quiet observation. You know that person that doesn't engage much, but they know everything that's going on because they listen. So just let the information you gather be your power later. Now for love, you have the Five of Pentacles with the Five of Swords. For couples, big emphasis on unmet needs and going about getting them in a safe and healthy way that doesn't breed resentment. The Five of Pentacles implies something or someone not feeling like enough, and the Five of Swords represents resentment or saying things that you wish you could take back, or focusing on winning over genuine connection and forward movement. Or should I say focus on forward movement at the expense of longevity. So this can be hurtful words that they never forget, that either come from you not feeling like enough, or them, or leaves them feeling like not enough. And you do love each other, that's very clear here, and your theme is desire. So there's amazing ways to communicate desire that make people feel loved and not as though they just aren't enough. This bonus message here of 10 the Fragile is relevant here too. It's so easy to take our partner for granted, and there's a lot of that type of energy in these cards. This asks for some sensuality, some exploration of desires and needs to strengthen your bond. Now for singles, the Five of Pentacles is coming off as loneliness in this context. I feel like there's a similar message that came up for another sign last month, I think. The Five of Swords is warning against short-term solutions that could have long-term consequences. So stick to what or who, or rather the type of who that you truly desire. You know what you want, know what your true desires are, and don't settle for available. It's going to bite you in the butt later when your heart's desire does come knocking, and now available person is occupying that space, and now you have to hurt someone or make a tough decision, or they might not even try to come in because they think you're taken. Well, you are. I mean, they might not, they will see that there is not a space for them in your life. So that's what I have for you for now, Aries. Looks kind of interesting, kind of exciting in some spots, some restful bits, some healing to have, some tough conversations to have, but it looks like it's all going to be worth it. And I will talk to you next month. Thank you.